No, I enjoy the music.
Of course. It is marvelous.
Go to learn. And when it was all on social media yesterday, you saw the police carrying live arms on LU campus. I think it's wrong. I have written out a communication. Now that the speaker have said I should reduce it into writing, like you saw on the judge issue, I wrote a communication a week ago to invite Madam Mary Broad to tell her how is she operating, what are her terms of reference, what is she going to do, so we can be in the know. Have she discussed with the people that will be affected in the process? But the speaker chose not to bring it on the floor, and today it is bringing serious issue. You saw what Honorable George raised, right? Our people have been affected, but maybe because I'm now a sedition, so when I read the communication, it don't come. So I'm going to do a communication again to the speaker's office to be brought on the floor, so we can send for the justice minister to tell us why they have to carry arms on every campus.
But you also given a chance to speak during plenary deliberation. That is, your concern was heard.
No, my concern was not considered. You saw it; it was denied. So I'm going to do a formal communication like I always does. You know, let me reduce it into writing. Let it come before the speaker's office. Let's see what happens again. The communication will be brought tomorrow. My office will bring the communication and deliver it to the speaker's office. The justice minister need to tell us why they have to carry arms on LU campus. They are not to carry arms on.
But what about students who block the rule, violating the rights of others?
Look, there was something that brought it up. When you try to do investigation, what caused the student to come on the road? Okay, you took the students from the road. Why go into the campus again to run behind them with arms?
Because they were stoning the police.
They were stoning the police. Did you see the tape?
That's
the police moved in. The police moved into the campus. They had no right to do that. They had no right to do that. Look, if this country go bad, it is a House of Representatives, because we are not doing our work. Our job is to check on everything the executive doing, and that's my job. That's my oversight, and that is why I want to perform.
Saying that the House is not performing, meaning that they should vote all of you out comes 2023.
If the Liberian people can do that, I'll be very happy, because I believe what we are doing here is not. It's not in their interest.
Including Representative Cordoba?
Including Representative Cordoba. I'm not taking myself out, because if the country go by, it is the House. We got the authority. The House have the authority. Even the executive. Are we exercising that? I said no. Maybe because some of us have reconciled ourselves with the executive, and that what we are proceeding.
Some of your colleagues are saying you're serious distraction to plenary.
Serious distraction?
Yeah.
Yeah, but at least I can talk. At least I can distract. Have some of my colleagues done that before? Some of us have been here saying 4 years. We have not made any input. We have not said anything. At least I'm distracting. But have they distracted anything before? You know, look, when you try to push the interest of the Liberian people, they say you're distracting. Look, watch the tape. Go back to Ellen days. You saw our speaker when he was not speaker at the time. When there was the situation on the LU campus, the speaker now went there when he was representing. The speaker Boba Chimo. It's all on social media.
Okay.
I even saw him assaulting the police officer, because that time we wanted the people vote. He wanted the LU student vote. But today, you know, we wait to see. Let the communication come.
Anything else, sir?
I think my communication will be respected.
Thank you very much.
George, we are Congo, we stone it. We make anything they get guns. When they shoot guns, they will not know where guns come from to respond. I'm going to give this marching order. All members of CPP who believe in our judgment, going forward, we will carry rocks with us anywhere we're going. We will carry the weapons that we have to protect ourselves anywhere we're going. One rock thrown at me going forward, rock will be thrown at George Weah's convoy. If he's scared to leave his house, we throw stones at his house. Darius, they don't say so. This one, let me repeat, you cut this part. You cut this part and play it on all your mainstream radio. One rock thrown at me, anywhere, rock will hit George Weah. one rack or one more disturbance at any of my program, there will be no electoral activities in this country for CDC, especially in Monserrado. One more rack, one more disturbance at any of my program, just we are thinking he get guns. Watch and see. Watch and see. You edit this part and play it. One rack at my program, just we are convoy with field rack. One rack at my program, just we have house will be stoned. Everywhere we're going forward, we carry bags of rocks. I will be seen throwing it so that it can motivate my people to get to do it. Because I'm the general here. General meaning I'm the leader of this ship. I will instruct Monserrado, my people. We will go to George Weah place and we'll do it there. George Weah convoy will stone it. We make anything they get guns. When they shoot guns, they will not know where guns come from to respond. I'm going to give this marching order. All members of CPP who believe in our judgment, going forward, we will carry rocks with us anywhere we're going. We will carry the weapons that we have to protect ourselves anywhere we're going. One rock thrown at me going forward, rock will be thrown at George Weah's convoy. If he's scared to leave his house, we throw stones at his house. Darius, they don't say so. This one, let me repeat, you cut this part. You cut this part and play it on all your mainstream radio. One rock thrown at me, anywhere, rock will hit George Weah. One rock or one more disturbance at any of my program, there will be no electoral activities in this country for CDC, especially in Monserrado. One more rock, one more disturbance at any of my program, George Weah think he get guns. Watch and see. Watch and see. You edit this part and play it. One rock at my program, George Weah convoy with field rock. One rock at my program, George Weah's house will be stoned. Everywhere we're going forward, we carry bags of rocks. I will be seen throwing it so that it can motivate my people to get to do it. Because I'm the general here. General meaning I'm the leader of this ship. I will instruct Monserrado, my people. We will go to George Weah place and we'll do it there. George Weah convoy will stone it. We make anything they get guns. When they shoot guns, they will not know where guns come from to respond. I'm going to give this marching order. All members of CPP who believe in our judgment, going forward, we will carry rocks with us anywhere we're going. We will carry the weapons that we have to protect ourselves anywhere we're going. One rock thrown at me going forward, rock will be thrown at George Weah's convoy. If he's scared to leave his house, we throw stones at his house. Darius, they don't say so. This one, let me repeat, you cut this part. You cut this part and play it on all your mainstream radio. One rock thrown at me, anywhere, rock will hit George Weah. One rock or one more disturbance at any of my program, there will be no electoral activities in this country for CDC, especially in Monserrado. One more rock, one more disturbance at any of my program, George Weah think he get guns. Watch and see. Watch and see. You edit this part and play it. One rock at my program, George Weah convoy with field rock. One rock at my program, George Weah's house will be stoned. Everywhere we're going forward, we carry bags of rocks. I will be seen throwing it so that it can motivate my people to get to do it. Because I'm the general here. General meaning I'm the leader of this ship. I will instruct Monserrado, my people. We will go to George Weah place and we'll do it there. George Weah convoy will stone it. We make Anytime they get guns, when they shoot guns, they will not know where guns come from to respond. I'm going to give this matching order.
Question on gay rights. And I've answered this question, and perhaps not too elegantly. And I've used the words that I'm conflicted by this issue, but let me explain why. Let me explain what I mean by that. It's a lifestyle that I struggle with. As important, though, I believe, Liberians are also focused on health, education, jobs, and I also want us to focus the conversation on those issues.
You think the answer to that question the right way?
I don't know if that's
it's a very sensitive.
It's a very sensitive issue, and I don't know if that's
there was a strict with youth support is something that you would,
Mamadi, I think I've answered the question the way I'm comfortable answering it.
Desperation scares me. Why the hell does he so badly want to be president? Ain't nobody saying you got ready to be president. But my brother, you are a stranger. What? You are JJC. Don't just come. Go behind the line. We're doing lamb at time by time. They turn down your time. Not be juju. Down your time. They turn down your time. That joke was that time.
Oh my God.
Go behind the
70 years old man.
You want to jump the line? Pack your damn bags and go.
Law. Nobody followed the rule of
so why was we a technical director of the Lone Star under Taylor? He was supporting a lawless administration, or he just has no values?
No, let's talk about the government. He
was technical director.
Let's talk about the government.
Let's talk about you making $20,000 sitting in America. You don't even do any work at any ministry. You make $20,000. We have the transfer papers. What about that? Is that consistent with the rule of law? Which part of the PFM law are we reading from that they're paying you $20,000 on a monthly basis? How do you feel when you hear people crying about hunger in Monrovia when you are making $20,000 that you don't work a day in your life for?
Okay.
So you want to talk to me about rule of law? You're so far away. You and rule of law, you're going in separate directions.
No, let's talk about this now.
No, let's talk about your $20,000. Maybe you want to start with an apology for living off the Liberian people without doing the work. Why don't you start there? Say, I apologize for accepting $20,000 from the government to sit on spoon and politicize the suffering of my country. Apologize for that. Then I'll see you a credible questioner that I can have a decent conversation with.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'll have to deal with you just because you're on spoon.
But you see, and I know you want to this way.
Let me name them. You see Magio and someone they are the king Juju people. Or you mean that the other people that play with Juju? You see Finabono, you see Tokompui and Finabono. Tokompui has one ball with him that he brought from Africa Coast. It is that ball that he's saying that's why every year, every 3 months that ball will go Africa Coast. That begin to go Africa Coast will go bring Juju for Toko and Finabono. I will give you more detail on this. While Liberians are in, I have some.
My friend and brother, how you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm grateful to my God, and I want to say
we are here again.
We are grateful.
Yeah,
we are here tonight again to do our part, and we sincerely apologize to our audience for coming on late due to some technical difficulty, including snow, everything. But hopefully, we're going to have a fantastic conversation, rewarding, all about Mama Liberia.
To start with, the day for me it went well, but the problem about it is that, I get certain ticket on my record that I never saw it coming. So I did to call the DMV for them to remove that on my record because I don't know about it. I don't know how I managed to get there. So they need to explain to me. They owe me an explanation for that. But
is it DMV in Pennsylvania or DMV Minnesota?
DMV in Pennsylvania.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. So let us start the discussion by keenly looking at. Have you seen the clip? The ex-general that were marching in the street. Have you seen that clip?
Is it the one in Douala?
I think so.
Yeah, I saw that about this General Power.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. Especially they did the carry on that reading in Douala. I saw that.
But it is the same General Power that control the death squad for Nathaniel Follow McGill.
I'm just hearing that.
Oh yeah, he is the same guy that's spearheading the ex-general now. If you are not ex-general, you cannot join the Porcupine Warriors. If you are not general, you cannot join the Porcupine Warriors. So I mean, that which will show you guys a glance of that. But we want to welcome all of you guys for tuning in. We want to welcome my friend and brother. We want to welcome every one of you guys. I don't want to call names because people will start to blame me now for calling names. So I don't want to call names here tonight. I welcome every one of you. Let us have a fantastic discussions. But let's start with that here first.
Yeah, where we are right now, this High TV Channel 12, member of the Veteran Bureau of Liberia, our Chief Executive Officer, they are here encouraging those market women to resume market steering, despite of the situation, but they said that the people should stop steering. I think you can see these are marching of the member of the Veterans Bureau of Liberia. But High TV Channel 12, this the former General Power, the head of the Veteran Bureau of Liberia. You see now, telling her that everything should be put on control. Amen. You need to talk with me. She will need to talk with me. Yeah, you need to talk with me. Yeah, let's do it for Samara. Samara. Yeah, Samara. You can take me for Samara.
So what are you sensing from that clip?
I'm sensing historical repetition. Mr. Kamara, when we go back to our history, in the 8, coming slowly and creeping up finally, 1980. And we saw 1990 coming again when the 17 enlisted men and women, whether they ever had any woman among them, started forcing among themselves, and they started being killed by each other, including General Kyungpa. And that was the beginning of our 1990 trouble that led us Liberians to a 14-year civil unrest. that resulted to killing over 250,000 Liberians in Liberia. I do not know whether the governors are learning any sense from our political past. I do not know. But this level of tension building in the country is not healthy. It's not healthy for us as one people. It is not healthy for us in terms of development. It is not healthy for us in terms of international community. Looking at our country under different, pedestal. And it is not also healthy for us, especially the government is talking about Bicentennial to celebrate our 200 years of existence. Not from 1847, but from 1822. Now, I don't know why we're not learning any lesson as a people. We saw Samuel Doe with the issue of SATU, the special armed men and women that were special bodyguards to Samuel Doe. Where are they today? They are nowhere. Chastera came in with the ATU/Demo forces. And where are they today? They are nowhere. Ellen Johnson said he came in. Thank God, Ellen knew better in terms of all this stuff. We did not have any special militia groups. She used the regular SSS, and later on the name was changed to Executive Protective Service. And that is why it is now. We're hearing about former generals and the porcupine group of people that are now on our streets in the name of other government officials behind the scene trying to use them so that they can silence people. It is not good for our country to have, especially country that just came from war, not just coming from war, but we are not really laid down the issue of impunity. We are not having a serious conversation about impunity, and people are still feeling hurt. And the government is sitting and watching the way things are going. I don't think it is a good thing for us.
For me, I kind of look at that from a true perspective, because I kind of look at President Weah. If he is not careful, there will be another war. If President Weah is not careful, there will be another war. Why me to say this? In time past, that had the rebels, the so-called rebels, they were masquerading around in the city in the name of their ex-generals. But they were the real rebel, though. They were the real rebel, but the term that rebel need to an ex-general, to an ex-Satu, to an ex-Swati. And people started to masquerade. You hear from General Prince Johnson. And so when he came to town, they went to a man, and that man was holding the equipment for the army. They went, they bossed that man though, and they took the uniform, they wore that uniform, and they acted as they were the AFL. So this is what is coming clearly. I'm seeing it clearly. People have dreamed about it. They have said it, and I'm here to also say, if President Weah is not careful, he will be definitely overthrown. If he is not careful, because those men that you call the ex-general, they don't have good mind. Those men were the same guys that killed the German investor. That's the reason why today President Weah does not even have the boss to say he's stepping in Germany, because he will be arrested. That's the reason why the French government was to pay a visit to Liberia. The French government have to cancel that visit. That's the reason why that up to present that is certain an elected government like President Weah have not visited the White House. That's the reason why that he and his colleagues, they don't have a reputable discussions. Because wherein their colleagues, his colleague is going, they are going to attend to a conference that will be able to give their countries huge amount of donations. He is going to a place where he can speak. But he come in his own country, he does not speak. This is just unbelievable. And I am saying here, a President Weah is not careful, definitely he'll be overthrown if he is not careful. Because there are many of our colleagues that have had a dream. There are a lady, a Muslim lady, who the Holy Spirit caught. That lady, the Holy Spirit caught her, and that lady was confessing about the dream, about the war that is coming to Liberia. It will be a one-day war. That they will come, that this guy then will come, they will arrest him, and arrest Samuel Toy, and arrest Jeff Koji, and arrest Nathaniel Follow McGill. So I'm just sad. I'm just sad to see our country going in that direction. That the men will drive in a fatigue. In a military uniform, the only thing that how sure are us that these men don't even have guns? How sure are us that these buckets don't have guns? How sure are us? Because they're the same guy that were hired by Nathaniel Follow McGill as Porcupine Warriors. So the next discussion.
The thing I don't understand is, sometimes it's just ridiculous and unbelievable that our policy makers in Liberia, the government, do not even understand, or maybe they understand but they let it go. They don't care.
They don't understand. They don't understand, my brother.
If you have about 65 to 70% unemployment in a youthful population, according to Legis, about 60 to 65% of our population now consists of young people. Even though our definition of youth is between 15 to 35, but that's a huge number. A majority of that group, they're not employed.
Yeah.
So you are sitting on a time bomb that had already been created before you came. And you are there, you are now working to make sure the fragilities of our country, of our democracy, is reduced to a level where it could be manageable. We had over 15,000 army personnel in arms in Liberia. Today we do not have that. We don't even have the full capacity as recommended by our partners, including Army before they left, our military people, our police people. If you were, like for example, here in the United States, police force is determined based on the number of population and the size of the city. So, do we have that statistic? Do we have that data? That if there was a breakout,
my brother, you're going too far.
How will the police,
the army.
How will the police? How will our law enforcement handle that situation? Because everything we're talking about today is mostly concentrated around Mosurado County. Out of 15 counties, almost everything just going around Mosurado County. In case we have a situation where we have situation in Lofa County, and then we have another situation in Basel, we have another situation already fragile Mosurado County, we have situation in Nimba County. Spontaneously.
The army,
what will the government do?
The army, you're going too far. The army is composed of 2,500 men. There were 2,500 men. They are now reduced to 1,500 men. You tell me
where
your army.
500 gone?
Your army. Oh, the 500 went because of suspension. Some of them just decided to lay their arm because they said that the government is not paying them. And then you having 1,500 men army. Is that an army?
And
you have the population of 5 million people, and then you have 1,500 army. That just so you want to tell me if security personnel is be assigned to more than 5 people? Don't leave that.
So another issue here is, somebody can leave the police force or they leave the military or for whatever reason, and they can reapply. If the government have interest in ex-generals, they need to re-enlist them and follow the new protocol. But to even have general power working alongside with the police people doing the official job,
I'm telling you.
I mean, it is alarming, and nobody is talking about it. The president is not saying anything.
I heard the president will talk.
Saying anything about it.
I heard the president will talk.
I don't know.
I heard the president will talk. But let's leave that. Let's leave that with the Liberian people. They will decide that in 2023. My attention, my attention has been drawn strictly to this Brandon Samuka issues. This Brandon Samuka issue is a trending issues that Liberian people need to watch out for. The devil is not human being. The devil is not human being. The devil is not human being. And you guys will hear the devil speaking. I have the clip here. You guys will listen to the devil speaking, giving the president ultimatum. The devil is not human being. The devil is telling the president that he gave the president from now to December this month for them to be able to induct their son, Brandon J. Samukai, into office, or else they will the devil said from the clip that I have in my possessions that they have the role, that the role that is been created, that they have it, that they have 14 others, that they have 14 other devil on top of the waters. I would like for you to give your analysis on that before I can be able to play you the clip.
Maybe, we are now, we just give God the glory for technology today, the 21st century, that we're able to see most of these things that are going on in our country and around the world. This government is the most irresponsible government I've ever seen. I think even the military junta were much better than them. They don't stick to their own commitment and their own memorandum of understanding. I listened to Spoon Network journalist Good Day Fillmore and his colleague today, in addition to Frumpy Africa journalist. The Grandmaster said Zanzakawa requested to mediate between them through the Ministry of Internal Affairs for 72 hours, that they were going to return to them. That 72 hours passed ever since. And according to the Grandmaster, the Zanzakawa have not been able to return to them. They have not heard a single word from Zanzakawa and the Internal Affairs Ministry. However, they are still waiting. But in addition to the 72 hours that they gave the government through Zanzakawa and the Ministry of Internal Affairs, they are giving them additional opportunity through the end of the month, December. But my brother, it just, again, another, I don't know when this government is kind of like...
Nathaniel Follow-Magel went, I have that clip here also. Nathaniel Follow-Magel, when he made more great out of the thing that the devil was saying. Nathaniel Follow-Magel, when he went...
the superintendent of Lofa County. Yeah, including the superintendent. In fact, described them as disgruntled people. I read that too. That's how the superintendent described, our elders and chief. But, I mean, you see, I believe in the principles of Newton's law of motion. It states every action there's an equal and opposite reaction. When Samuel Doe then were using the law to their advantage and to the disadvantage of the people, at the end of the day, we saw what happened to them. When Charles Taylor came, he said it was just one president, one capital city, one government, Today, we know what a chancellor is. Okay? If you beat the drum, we're dancing. But when the drum start to beat you, then probably you will not have any space to dance.
Okay.
The issue here is a clear constitutional violation. Every single county that was created, the 1986 Constitution says every single county that is created in Liberia carry 2 senators. If for any reason, whether political maneuvering, legal maneuvering through the Supreme Court, partisan Supreme Court of George Weah,
how you doing?
if Brendan Samuka have an issue that the government is not satisfied with Brendan Samuka through Election Commission or through the Supreme Court, they need to make a decision. They need to make a decision for the people of Lofa to be fully represented. All right? So if they don't make a decision for Lofa people to be represented, I am in 100% agreement with the way our elders and the traditional chiefs.
What is Zoe and Zoedowah?
We already bear patient enough. Liberian people get a saying, they say Lofa people don't talk. Lofa people don't take any action. We don't let our cup to get full and overflowed. When we bust back, it will be hard.
Okay. Let's play the claim. Let's play the claim.
Let me just clear my thought, AB. When Le Rebel War started, Chancellor referred to them as dissident group. We're not praying for that. But you know what? We have multiple men of God on the show last night that called. They say work, our faith without work is a dead faith. In as much as we are praying for peace, we need to behave like peacemaker and we need to behave like peaceful people. We cannot be provoking violence, division, and we say, oh, the people trying to instigate violence, they're trying to do that. The government in this case have become a chief instigator of violence. And when the people get tired, they're going to fight back. And we will support them. We will govern our support for our people to be fully represented. And December is the last month.
Thank you. Let's play you the clip. Dana Kekula, I will call you during the show. But for now, we are not accepting a call. We want to make our points. But I will call you. We are ready.
In a pagi, the Bongani Poga. Glebman upon the Peneglacan. God, one of you all. Well, you gave me blessing. What are you doing? And whatever the grandmaster has there, should be a blessing of us. Yeah, I'm going to buy his team. Do this whole, I have to buy a issue. Easy to do and ma. Read the grandmaster. We in a pagi, a tone of Gurida. Now Hagaman using a Hagaman way. The message I gave us. I want we are sleeping on and what we are on here. Gala and then Galagama winning. We will not different here. We can't hear from the grandmaster. We can't hear from the government. In a pagi, Emma Ureoga, Purta way a fine. The 3 days that he gave the grandmaster. That to well out. Today is the end. I'm a real aboga. As if you were a grandmaster is here to ask questions. In the pagi Amaurio Boga, the thing that the grandmaster going to say today, now I did and what we're going to about that. I got no rule. It's not him about being word. Oh, who and you? It's the grandmaster. When the pagi, now we get everyone a new rule. Where all the messages are gone from the grandmaster, but where I go to Lofa. That's the reason why the Lofians are about. And the grandmaster world we are going back. Yeah, I got double eating how the nephew in Richmond, in Richmond, so what the grandmaster had to say.
That's the voice of the grandmaster in the back.
No. Free revenue with it, yeah. Namavuli Elevaga, Mamma Abuka. Babena, Clara Kena, we enter to go, Magapu Emma, and Tata Electre is and Tata, they are over.
Grandmaster, you the one gave your order. You gave three days.
Widow. Oh, widow. Nale. Now you have now you have Nale. Any do women. Any go Obama. It is Pama. It is Obama. When I forget about it, Taruna. Anyone I just glug, any boy, I'm like him. Oh, Nale. Now you got Yeti. Now it's ya. Now, Razzie. It is with your ma. Book. Nale. Winnie, I want it. Who know now? Nuru Siama, Zawal Sigama. Nuru Siama, Zal Sigama. Sa, Mina, win I'm not going to know. I love our band now. First, I went in with each other. And Teva and water at Tubu. Tubu now was a tail Bumba. Nale. I need to go with each man. I do what to go. Gaga no to go all about. Tara no. The papa who got the back. Can never be a hungry back. Namavama. Where are we here? Who won't go over? Never won't go back. Melissa and the dream of Anna. No, we are there. Mon we are there. Galaka Uwe. I don't we are the movie. President here at the movie. Because if you walk, there's a go back. Mon we are there. Where you might go?
The Grandmaster gave a medic, 3-day medic to the government. Before he could talk, he reached to the landlord, the souls. He said, well, our son elect, we have not seen him over a year. So our message is that we want him to be seated. Where's the message? We can't hear from them. We have not seen them. The 3-day giving is over. So what happened? We want to hear from them.
Nale. Galake Uwe.
I got a question.
Galake Uwe with each.
What we have done, we the landlord and the grandmaster, what we have done in Lofa, that people can't do, today we can't see our son seated, we can't get any leadership. Lofa is cheated. Lofa has nobody to speak for them. Only one senator. In all counties, all the 15 counties, all the counties are equally represented. But why Lofa is not represented?
Well, such as a few follow the Grandmaster voice and about interpreted in the Lofa the English version here in Lofa County, where after the book Lofa, where recently traditional leaders, chiefs and elders of Lofa County besieged the bridge that there is no view for mountains until Lofa County settled.
Then reach to all the government employees, down to the president. It's a message from the Grandmaster. You're going to give the message. I the Grandmaster, I the one hold the road. What are they? Ali Gale na wodi Tono venebe. Ga wodi now. What No. I the one hold the road, our Grandmaster. If any good order from the government, I have 14 Grandmaster on the water. You are still waiting. Send me with the message. Do not see the one Grandmaster here. We still got 14. If we can hear good things from the government, we'll stay here. Bogo Edituo Masagema. Etizuke Rima. Winnie Bugayo. Etizema Yagasuke River. The message that the Grandmaster gave it. You read the landlord are here.
So, folks, welcome. We stay here. You listen to the Grandmaster and the interpreters, both the normal interpreter and the English interpreter there. Logically, he's saying that he's the one responsible and he's still in charge of this place. He wants to know what the government has to say. So let's wait whether they're going to bring the final message. This year.
I need to go out to know. To are not out of it, no shame. And you go out to know.
If you answer our message, we will not get in town. We will be on the water.
Okay, the Grandmaster is telling the landlord that the landlord reached the government. It was through the Grandmaster they were able to say, yeah, let us go to the court. And they went to the court, they hang the case. Well, they are waiting to hear. But they stay here, as I said, they are 14, they're on the water. If, before the year end, they want their leader that choose by the different people, they want it to be certificated. It can be certificated after the season. Do not blame the Grandmaster. It will come more like this.
Okay.
Iti mangana. Ega du wiki uru ase. Uru ase.
We all agree with what the grandmaster said. The landlord and we all agree. Lofa County will say yes.
We the Lofian are here. Eldado, Zoe. That's the order from the grandmaster, and we the one we stand by it. We stand by our word. We stand by our grandmaster. Whatsoever you say, that's the order. You heard it. You say it. You say yes. Ready. So there's the message given to the government. This year we want our leader to be.
Guys, you got it. We go to Lofa County.
What am I?
Ni zui buga. Go go yene. Go do apu. Agare dai to be.
We the landlords. We the landlords and Zoe. Whatever message that comes from the grandmaster is our word, and we stand by it. We protect it. Before the year ends, we want our leader to be seated. Let's be celebrated. And not celebrated. Don't believe the grandmaster. The grandmaster will have a
Okay. Given the government ultimatum, until the end of this year, if you cannot give our senator to us, don't blame us. At the end of the year, we need our senator who was elected. If you cannot give the senator, it's going to be different from what you saw. That is, at the end of December, January is going to be 2022. You had the LMP, the vehicle passing the PSG, the police support unit, though the pass is for them. The voice in the back is the voice of the grandmaster and the Loma interpreter.
So the grandmaster is saying, the people here, the human beings will go, we're underwater. Stay here. Before the Christmas, before the New Year, if we can't get our son certificated, do not believe the grandmaster. That's the last message.
The last message sound like a threat. If you cannot give our senator, don't blame us.
Because the government over there will come bring with Google topic. They will come with Google information. Allow when they go back, they have different things. So the grandmaster hold the world until before the season. After the season, no way, they will double up. You saw 14, but this time you will saw more than 14. Why is it low? Why is it low? Why low? As a guy would be. Then you got no media. No media. Do you got woman? So, now that a shame man. One woman was a man. No, the grandmaster is saying, you see all the landlords are here and the Zoe, they are going back. But the 14 grandmasters are on the water. From here they are going all the way down. And some of them will go all the way up. They will be near the water. They are only here to hear from the government. And the government gave a good message. When their son is certificated, you will not see the grandmaster on the road. But if the government does not certificate their sons elect by the people, you will still see the grandmaster.
So that is it. The last ultimatum given to the government of Liberia is between now to December 31st. If the senator-elect of Lofa County, Bernie J. Samuka, would not be certificated, they said the government will see something that is more than what they did by blocking the road. So we hope that we should not reach that point. And I'm told the government is expected also to speak. So let's listen to what the Justice Ministry or the CDC administration has to say regarding this. Remember, they blocked the road on Thursday, and since then they've been around, and the Grandmaster is saying they're going to remain here till they have a solution. So let's hope that they're going to have a suitable solution. We are still here in Beyonstown, where the Lofa County traditional folks have been, and I'm told about 14 Grandmasters are here, and one of them was just sent to bring the message about giving the government between now to the 31st. Let's join the Grandmaster. Why your land? The country has a president, but our country don't have.
The Grandmaster says, why the all lands are being represented, all countries are being represented, why Lofa is not represented? That's what. We want Lofa to be represented.
Okay, W. You get 2 hours, Sunday.
Nana, we ega zuwale la dia mare. Ofrusa wa benes ya.
Chiefs are
Nangatia saza kao.
Who gave them 3 days? Why after the 3 days we have not seen him? And they say where traditional authorities are, there were zone people.
Grandmaster is saying, the Minister of Internal Affairs, Zazakawa, in caution, came and told the Zoe people and tell the Grandmaster, please give me 3 days.
Chief.
I'll be able to talk to the government. I'll be coming with good message. All the 3 days, we are gone almost 7 days. We can't see him. You think he's representing the culture? He's really a culture man?
They are now questioning.
So you want that to the Grandmaster?
Who promised them 3 days.
Lale.
You, Sazakawa, you have done something to the Zoe people. You have fallen on us. Remember, is you did bad to the Zoe people when Lapana follows you. Don't say he will not follow me. You go to bed, you will see him. It reaches the government.
We stay, as Grandmaster, we stay sitting, waiting to hear from you. In 2 or 3 days. We will be on the water going up and down. When you come and be the landlord, they will call me. We still want to hear from you. You are the Internal Affairs Minister. You are the cultural man. So we want to hear from you. Before the season, we want our son. We want the Lofa to be represented.
All of the message disappointment.
Okay. The Grandmaster says again, hey, you Zazakawa, if you want me to follow you, I will follow you. Just give me the order. I will come. We are 14. We'll be more than 14. If you can't come, I will come. My friend will fly.
If Zazakawa
If
will not
doesn't
come,
come,
I will
doesn't come,
follow you.
and tell the landlord, and the landlord tell the Zoe tell the grandmaster. You might not be surprised. You will see the grandmaster.
So Zazakawa is now on the spotlight. So,
And they will not believe that Zazakawa the cause.
so now the traders, if Zazakawa will not come, they will go to him and they will cross the river. So that's the message there, and I hope everyone got a message. And I'm very sure the government is watching. It reaches Zazakawa. He will put all the devils from
Lofa
County.
If Zazakawa doesn't come, all the grandmaster in Lofa County, they will move on grandmaster. They will go to where Zazakawa is because he the minister for internal affairs. He the culture director. So they will go there. Whatever.
I'm sorry, that's just. They gave Zazakawa 4 days. 4 days since he's a Zoe. He has 7 days to come to Lofa County.
But the grandmaster gave him 7 days, so then he will report immediately. Immediately. In Lofa.
He should come to Lofa immediately if he will not come.
If
he will not come, Flower carry his
we will
news.
see the grandmaster. Okay, that's the last order from the grandmaster.
Okay, so that is it, the last credit. If Zazakawa will not come, all of the grandmasters will move over to him. So, folks, many thanks to all of you for following us. My name is James Samuel Gude Flomo. I'm here with Joseph Soko Kwane, Rufus Divan Kane. So, together we had to, move here.
This show tonight is very, very interesting. Because the word from the grandmaster, he never said maybe. It is a direct order. It is not something to play with. The grandmaster gave a direct order that Zazakawa need to report effective and immediately. That is what the grandmaster is saying. The grandmaster, this thing here that they're playing with, the thing is not for joke. It's not to be played with. The thing that will make the grandmaster to come from the bush, from under the water, for him to come, whether it is he or it is her, but for the grandmaster to come to tell the interpreter in Loma that tell them that I get the row, I get out of the water, that we are 14. That alone is scary. What you have to say before we open our phone.
Professor Jules Dopo, right? The old man, he said the breeze that can disgrace the chicken can come from the back.
Yeah.
But these CDC people, they are hard-headed people. And they're going into the wrong direction. And let me just tell you, those of you that are following us, our audience, if you don't know who is the Grandmaster, based on the Lofa County tradition, the Grandmaster is the chief Polar Society. Alright? So, we got multiple ethnicity in Lofa County. We get the Loma people, we get the Pere people, we get the Kiss. The Kiss people we bring our own from the way we understand it.
But the Grandmaster is saying that they're having 14 other ones.
14. The Bandi people in Canada, by the way, I come from the Bandi area, Kulahun district. The many people ain't even talk from Vahon. Okay? So when we start talking about Koba City, you must stand tall. Okay? We also got our brother in there too. The Mandingo people in Kanye with their own team here. The women even show up yet.
No, but you
because
saw
the guy is
men.
so
You
even the
saw
guy the
men.
dazzle. The dazzle is kind of like those other folks that are coordinate between the women activity and the men activity in terms of polo and Sunday society in Lofa County.
Let me just play you Cora, just hold on the line, and we'll soon start opening our phone line. Just hold on. Now here from one
We have decided, the president and the government decided that we depoliticize this celebration. This is not for the CDC government. This is about Liberia. We are asking all our friends in the opposition to join. In fact, some of the members on the committee are members from the opposition bloc. We invited them. This is not no opposition to Liberian issue. So our friends in the opposition, so those are open, we'll reach out to them. We invite the CPP brothers, former president, Vice President Joseph Barkai, Ellis Cummings, Jared DeLong, all the people, they'll come. Let's celebrate. This is our country. Nobody should politicize this thing. Because every day we were nowhere around when Liberia was coming. We're not around. So we will leave the state, but Liberia will be here. So let's celebrate together. The president is very determined to depoliticize this process. A lot will be happening next year. Good news are coming on the way. Liberia will be on a very good trajectory. We'll celebrate our country. We'll enjoy our country. Nobody should mislead you. Liberia is on a good footing. So this is the time for us to enjoy our country. Too much has been done. Like Dr. Allen said, we got to use this time to unite our country. And unity in our country means everyone must be engaged, regardless of your political beliefs or your political persuasion. Liberia is all that we have. And all this morning I was coming, I was watching Facebook and phone TV. And I saw somebody calling himself country devil and say you're having press conference. Didn't know what happened before in our country. You know, country devil, the whole press conference before. You know, I never see that happening. And this was a shame. I was born in Lofa County. My father is a traditional person. My parents were Zoe from Lofa County. And whoever is doing that is a shame. That person must be disgraced. It's shame for somebody, for country devil to talk about election business. You know how many countries that way in the country, when everybody talk about election business, you know why election in this country? This is shame. This is actually, I was so ashamed. I was ashamed of myself. You know, people come and follow. You know what people follow me? You know, easy people, when they say follow, you know what I mean? I was ashamed.
Nathaniel Follow is trying to bash sentiment, but that's the grandmaster. So keep your call coming out on 215-824-8124 or 267-938-2801. Keep your call coming out. Let us make the discussion.
Before we even go to our callers, AB, our first caller, I mean, sometimes it's just embarrassing and unreasonable comments some of these ministers can make. If you even asking your audience whether they know what follow means. Now the question is, what is the motive? Why do you have to keep Lofa County underrepresented where you were born? And you are the president of Liberia Chief of Staff. Why are you not able to advise the president not to, it's a political matter that you're carrying to legal matter, try to hide behind. How can Samuka be held responsible for something that the former president told him to do, and he did it, and this president can even start to take some responsibility to handle it? Just because the man won election, then everything's spoiled. Okay, it's all right. That's our legal system. Whether Supreme Court was right or not, that's the final arbiter of justice in our country. That's the law. Okay? You either give this man his position that the people voted for him, or you declare the position vacant so the people of Lofa can be represented fully. Follow? It's just easy. Why you even allow our country devil to get involved into this? The people have been waiting for straight 1 year. There is no single county in Liberia that is underrepresented today. Even other by-election at the level of House of Representatives, they're all gone through. Why they one seat in Lofa County cannot get resolved? Follow?
Because they want for Jeff Tamakodi to run.
Why you want the advantage of the Lofa people? Why? And you Lofa County man, You can't even talk to the president to let go this thing. Let us be democratic. Everybody talking about fragile people. You should be even ashamed of yourself. That you from Lofa, you were born there, your father was a society man, and you don't even advise the president to say, you know what, let election commission make a decision on this thing.
Okay.
You keep it going.
Now who you there? We have Samuel Nella. Samuel, go ahead.
You know, Eddie.
Samuel, go ahead.
You know, Natana Magere, they feeding the heat in the kitchen. They start feeding the heat in the kitchen. That thing Magere talking, they're calling people to go. My brother, if I get money to visit Africa doing that period for that program, I will visit Sierra Leone. These fools, they feed a smart. You know why Magere coming out to pretend? Magere take the forefront because everything that happens, it happens in his name. And he knows about it. So since people are afraid in the background, let me take the center stage and tell people to be free to come out. For me, I believe that's the message Magere sending out there. But Magere and his folks need to understand it is belated. Nobody trusts them. Nobody trusts them for a single minute now alone, talk about a day. That's the reason why they brought in quick to do Koji work. So Magere should know that no one trusts the security in Liberia at the moment. That thing they're talking, they can't Liberia. Say, look what happened in Douala. What happened you go in Liberia now for a holiday, and then one crazy police officer get argument with someone and open fire among people. Look at what happened to Red Light. I think last week, Friday or Thursday, when they shot that lady in the market. And the one he calling people to go to. So Magere just need to stop fooling himself. They have already messed up. The people that will go Liberia, my brother, thank God for them, let them go. We pray that God be with them. But my brother, there is no guarantee. Anything can happen in that place. Anything can happen. So Magere should stop fooling himself. They have already messed up. Magere them messed up big time. You know, I told people before, what happened to CDC AB? You live with your father, he tell you, AB, every month I will give you $5 or $10, you keep it. And then December I will ask you for the money. Or your pa gave you the money January, you eat it. He gave you February, you eat it. Until you reach September, you start keeping it. Then November now your pa say, AB, all the money I've been giving you to keep. Is it people don't get the money out? Now knowing that money your pa is giving you is for you to buy your Christmas clothes. But you been eating that money. That's what CDC did to themselves. CDC wanted good result, good governance. They started eating their grade card before time. Now they want people not to grade them. It is belated. It is too late. Let them forget about it. So the issue of the Lofian, Zoe, my brother just said Magere should be ashamed of himself. And you see, he that preaching over there is about unity. Why don't you take the first step to post up to that issue that's happening in that place? If you preaching unity, you see that why I say seditions don't know how to lie. The people, they are just big hypocrites. Only fool can fall in their trap. You, as a minister of state, you were born in Lofa. This thing happening. What have you done? Now you preaching unity. You calling Henry Costa Prophet Kid. Let them go. Their kidney will be found on the street. Let them go there. Let the garden food and they go there. Let the program will finish 12 o'clock in the night. They start hunting at 1 a.m. Y'all go there. Y'all will see yourself. Y'all know what put water in coconut. You say you come from Lofa. And they say they're stupid. Yeah, the devil did well to get in 1 month. Me, I wanted the devil to get in at least 1 week. 1 week time, it became certificate burning Samoka. My brother, we not even want to see vacant. They need to certificate burning Samoka. He earned it. In Liberia Constitution, if you support a criminal, you are a criminal facilitator. We are paying some of the money. If you go by law, we are a criminal facilitator. Let us not sugarcoat this thing. Helen gave you the document that this money was used under my instruction. You came on air and you spoke. You see, these are some of the reasons they don't respect African leaders.
But Samuel, here is the thing. The current defense minister, Zenga testified in court that this money that Mr. Samka never ate the money, that money was used on the military. And then Samra Warokoli went in court to go to get some part payment of that total money. I think 60-some thousand. Samurai Wolokode went to court to go to pay. The current chief of staff, Prince Johnson. Prince Johnson went to court. He went to court to testify that this money in caution that it was not eating, it was used on the military.
But AB, let me just add to that. AB Samukawa was put on the last one. The government of Liberia, under the leadership of George, we are also replay portion of that money through budgetary allotment.
Okay.
How can you follow this man?
Okay, go ahead,
How can you follow the man on something that you and the outgoing president agreed to do?
Guilty on two things for that thing. Number one, they spoke to President Weah, and President Weah agreed and admitted that he was going to refund this money. And he came publicly and admitted to it that I am going to refund this money. Point number one. Point number two, to confirm that Weah was sure that this money was not stolen, Weah started paying back this money. Forget about the defense minister, forget about all the other people that attest to it. On the two counts, President Weah should even be ashamed of himself. The problem about the case, the evidence are just too broad for them to go the way they are going. The evidence are just too broad. How he expect his counterpart to really believe him if he go out there tomorrow and say the guy used this money without getting instruction from anyone? Why you pay some of this money? Why you pay a President Weah? If this were in any sound court, you are guilty by association. You are a criminal facilitator. You call the man criminal. You pay $460,000 of their money. How should we call you now? Criminal supporter or criminal facilitator? How should we call you? So the thing they're doing to themselves, you know, they just expose their limitation, and they just prove to people that they don't have common sense. That's why I told someone one time, I said, one of the things I saw from the administration, AB, they do not have common sense. There are certain things you will look at, you say, if I do it, the truth is too broad for them to expose me out there. It's like the people that die in the car on Broad Street. They say carbon monoxide. Who will be dying in car? You sit down there for a woman, but they can't go anywhere. What kind of sign human being will be dying? Someone open the door. Then you tell the person, they close the door, we feel like dying. Does that make sense to you? So sometimes when these guys are saying these things, they don't think. Even if they would have said these people were poisoned or injected, it would have made a little bit more sense than that carbon monoxide. Where the carbon monoxide enter the car, the exhaust also, and an open air. So how was the air contained? How the air enter that car? Even you not go to forensic school, my brother. It's simple for you to understand the other one. How the air enter the car? The talk say air. Because the exhaust is out. Even if the manifold leak, the manifold will leak from under the engine in front of the car. It stay outside. How the talk say air enter the car? So these guys, they are certain things they don't know how to lie. And that God can be wearing short trousers for them. The Lofian wasted time. I said it a long time ago. President Weah administration has proven that they do not need you to massage them. They need you to carry them in the ring and box them up. That's the only way they will come to their senses. That's the only way. The Lofians need to hold their ground. No making our seat vacant. Let them certificate burning Samoka. Simple as eating rest. Let them certificate the man. We need to stop backing this wrong. If even it was somebody from Grand Crew, if even it was somebody from Basel or wherever, I will speak in the same tone. The person is not guilty. We need to stop this thing. When someone get their right, stand up and give them their right. That nonsense Jefferson Cody doing in our country, but come on to small city like Monrovia, you can't control it, then you go make that one. That's why I said they put Jefferson Cody senator in Lofa, they just look for their own trouble. Seriously. The thing simple, my brother. Let the devil come out after that 1 month. And they say the man, when they release the how you call it, the devil from Lofa, when they release those cheats from Lofa, it's Zanza Kawa say, man, someone talking to Zanza Kawa at the head. They tell us Zanza Kawa get medicine again. They tell us Zanza Kawa get medicine. Zanza Kawa get medicine ball. Zanza Kawa not get nothing behind him. They just getting that tattoo, like 300 tattoo that passing around. Then since to get an ambassador tattoo or an ambassador tattoo can get expired. Every president that can, she will find her way near there and be passing around, dancing, shaking her ball and say she ambassador.
Thank you.
The people now certificate burning Samoka in 1 month time. They will know what put water in coconut. And the Lofian hair master finish speaking, they must wait to certificate the man. How foolishness they are.
Thank you. Thank you. We have a caller here. Daniel Kekula, go ahead.
Thank you so much, Brother Abraham. Thank you, Brother Samuel and your studio panel. Look, he hit the nail right on the neck. Nobody will come to Liberia say they're coming for reconciliation. That's a boogie trap. That's a boogie trap. That thing, but follow my little talking. He wouldn't say anything to act that he want to show goofy in front of the people. But inside he is very dangerous. Look, they are targeting people. Remember, people knew what listed they have them to get them killed. So that thing he's saying that, oh, they want to have reconciliation, that's a fake. He wouldn't come in front of the camera to pretend that he's a good man. That's a fake. I went to the area yesterday when the chief, the Zoe, and other people were to Beanstown. I think you heard that town name before.
Yeah, Beanstown, yeah. That was the time. Beanstown was the time where the chiefs, the Zoe, and the Zoedowah, they gathered. That where the master and the grandmaster was speaking from.
Yeah, we were there yesterday. Look, bro, AB, the government taking the proof for a joke. But for what I got on yesterday, they need to be careful. They had similar thing like that before in Bon County here. When the country they would take over the Banga city and break down the mosque. People were looking at it got serious. You won't get no call for country devil. Nimakane had decided to join the group, Bon County, Grandmaster. I think you listen to the spokesman from the Grandmaster telling that they are about 15, but 14 is on the water. That the 15 country they are talking about.
Oh, so
that the 15 countries.
Yeah, because that means they are talking about the 15 countries joining them.
Yes. When you hear the spokesman telling you that 14 is on the water, that the 14 countries that left, and they are there with them. I was there yesterday. Brother Abraham, there's a devil in that place from Bakwas town. A travel with hunting beans. When that devil, they put it outside. Lots of people doing, they can't even go near that. They can't even go near the bridge. They can't go near the bridge. I'm telling you,
they will use tear gas.
Very serious. The thing that I see it over there yesterday.
Marco was saying that maybe they will use tear gas.
You now see a living man sitting there with snake in your hand, surrounding his neck yesterday, sitting there. That proves to you that the people read it. They are not afraid. They better certificate this man because enough the people tired.
You know, I'm not cutting off my brother.
If you want to fight corruption, criminal Camara. If you want to fight corruption, Abu criminal Camara. This man was elected and he stole from the Liberian government and made that I stole, but I will be paying your certificate me. Because why? He from the ruling party. Say he from the CDC, he was certificated. Then why would this man, what people came up and told you that this man didn't eat the money, he paid the money on behalf of the armed forces of Liberia. And the president went and paid some of the money. So who is the criminal now? If you say the man that road, you say the man that road, then when you start paying this on the road money, then you're not one of the criminal too? They are playing with the Liberian people.
So that means that the 14 countries that the man was speaking, I never thought that. I never thought that. That means that the 14 countries that he was saying that the 14 devil are under the water.
Saturday, when you hear him saying we have about 15, but 14 is on the water, that the 15 countries the man was talking about. 14 devil is there. It's not joke. As I say, Zanzaka, not stupid said, okay, he said near that bridge. He know what they want him on. And they gave 4 days. If he not tell a flower carry near, you know what they're talking about when they tell him flower carry near. He will be a dead man. And that area, that people area, they're not everybody can go there. The guys
you gotta be member of the poorer society before you can even cross that certain part of that bridge before you can even go there.
But Abraham, you are see a man slap the ground, fire cord, then Like they scratch by force, pass on. That I tell you that people are not joking. They are not joking. Do you know that they got some villages in that Lofa? No rebel entered there under the war ended in Lofa.
Hey, my brother, thank you for saying that. There are a lot of people asking questions
in
where
that
were they?
village under
They
the
were
war
where
end,
they are now.
Nobody tamper with them. This is the same area that made Chatra leave the country today. But people don't know. The whole north started from Lofa County, and today it made it in SR today in jail. So do not play with the people power, the traditional people power.
So when Zazakawa does not go there in 4 days, then that means flower carry me.
He will be a dead man. That's not secret. He will be a dead man.
I'm baking. You will not do that one to my papa.
Huh? But the man, they can tell the man to chicken in Nigeria. They have his own country. What? There's a guy who from Bonkane, one Zoe from Bonkane, they call him Jinky. Jinky challenge Zazakawa. He said, if you quite said man, get to Sahara Chapel. Zazakawa couldn't put a food there. Jinky. Ask anybody in Bonkane inside, they will tell you that story. So the area is rich now. Because if you look at Zazakawa, he's more political than even tend to traditional man.
Yeah.
Where in the world a political traditional man will go
The
start
chancellor brought that man to the
government?
Internal Affairs Ministry.
A man who calls himself a traditional man, then he starts to run a campaign. We from this side, we are supposed to make president. We are the next president for 2023. So they are noted that he attended a politician. He's now a traditional chief. He attended a politician. So the people not joking. I went there yesterday. That BS time. The police, where you see, the police, yesterday, you were over there, you will laugh. When the grandmaster here one time, some people said that.
Okay. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. We have a caller here on the line. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling her from?
Yeah, okay. My name is Boy Solo and I'll call you from New York.
Go ahead.
Thank you for the show, and I got a few impact to make on the show right now. Firstly, may I ask, I listened to you guys and discussing bringing some kind of issue and the money that was paid back. Some of the money was paid back the Liberian government. Yeah. I want to know what was the how do you call it? What was the reason the government had to pay back some of those money?
You want me to help you with that answer?
Hello?
Yeah. You hearing my co-host?
Yeah. I said.
I'm asking you, what are you hearing my co-host?
No.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, repeat.
Yeah, my brother. Let me give you the answer, right? Are you there?
Some of those money to the soldier.
Yeah, you.
Can you hear me?
You can hear him?
I'm not hearing him, but you can also forward the question to me and
Okay. Go ahead. And then
okay.
I'll...
The outgoing president.
Hello? Yeah, you hold
the
on.
The outgoing president and the incoming president, usually they got something they call presidential note. So we are incoming president and President Eddie Johnson said the outgoing president met and had conversation about that money. So based on that conversation, the AFL pension money was used on AFL personnel that were approved by government of Liberia in consultation with United Nations Peacekeeping Mission in Mali to get them prepared and deploy them. That's what they use that money for. And according to Brandon Samuka, he requested the president to make that decision, and the president on behalf of the government made that decision, giving authorization, because he got to even do a letter and send it to the president, and he was cited by the former government, ministerial committee at the level of defense to defend his proposal, because there was no money allotted for that. They did not plan in advance to see whether government of Liberia or the AFL could be qualified at that time.
Yeah, hold on.
So now, President, we have put some money in the budget their first budget, 2018-2019 budget, to start payment of that money, for that money to be transferred over to AFL pension money. Okay? Now the whole issue of political remarrow came in, all that stuff.
So, in short, what the brother is saying, the money that President Weah paid, he paid that money based on a presidential note that was given to him by the outgoing president, and him, because he was the incoming president, they told him that the money need to be paid. The AFL pension money were used. The government used the AFL pension money for certain missions. All right. Okay. So that was the reason why President Weah came to office. His first tenure, let me say, his first budget, that he was able to pay that money, some of that money, because it was enshrined into the budget, and then the budget, and then the deputy minister of finance, Samara Gorokoli, even went to court to testify that he carried that money. He carried the receipt of the money that was deposited.
No, I understood all of that. I just want to thank you. My second question, I want to know that you and your co-host, if any of you guys have ever been in the military before.
No.
Okay. Do you know in the military what they call maintenance?
No. I don't know that.
Okay. All right. Let me address that before I move to the next question.
No. We cannot have you here just giving caution. We're having tons of caller that want to call.
I agree. But that question I'm going to give, I'm just going to make my impact. The reason I ask these two questions is that, my brother, let me say something to you. The government didn't just agree to pay that money because the soldier was about to go and carry on maintenance. If you see that women took to the street and there was gunfire within around the Suffering barrack, if you follow that, there was serious problem coming in the country because if soldier carry on maintenance, that means the country will be destabilized because definitely they're not going to use hand, they're going to use gun. Now, it was based upon that when that incident took place and they decided to handle the situation real quick and rebus the people before discussing the money. And that was one of the great steps the government ever did by rebusing the soldier money and going after whosoever that used the money. Because it's not good in a country for a soldier to carry on maintenance. You saw what happened in other countries like Mali and Adekore Guinea and Ivory Coast. Those things lead to serious problem in the country. Lastly, before I would leave your stuff, I really want to know what was the Lofa devil when the war entered in Lofa?
The Lofa devil was there, and they were
why did they prevent the war?
I come in. The Lofa devil was there, but the Lofa devil prevented certain places that no bullet.
Where?
Certain places.
Where in Lofa?
Certain places.
Where in name those places?
Certain times in Lofa County, the rebel never entered.
Let be
real. Certain time in Lofa County.
There's nowhere in Lofa. There's nowhere in Lofa. The war never.
That the rebel never entered there. Certain time.
No. I will give you. You can tell me what I know. I'll give you history from there.
Okay.
From MPFL.
Okay.
From MPFL to Ulimoke.
My brother, if you want to say that the devil, that the grandmaster does not have the right to speak, let the president try it. 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 Let the president try it and see.
That's a good.
Quarter, what is the name and where are you calling out from? Quarter, yeah. What is the name? You have your monitor on, so you have to walk away from your monitor.
I walk away. AB, don't say you can't cut me or AB. I'm a supporter of the issue. Please, I will show you. Thank you.
Go ahead.
Hello? Yeah. Ebi, my name is Paul. I call from Rhode Island. I want to make my input. Sometimes
Cora, come in. Just hold on.
without having any information to what is unfolding. Now, the guy who just left the land talk about military maintenance. What does he know about military maintenance? And the first thing in the army, there are rules of engagement. The 11 General Order of the Army generally specify, look at Rule 3, General Order number 3, look at it. Go and Google it, you'll see. The military personnel takes command. And who was the commanding, who was the CRC, the chief of staff of the Armed Forces of Liberia, was the president, the commander-in-chief, sorry, was Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. And in the military code of ethics, there's something we call obey, obey, and obey. There's something we call also duty before complaint. There is no military man who will not obey the order of his superior officer and wants to justify his right for not doing certain things. The president gave Brian Samuka an order, a mandate, and that mandate was in the interest of Liberia and our partners around West Africa and Africa as a whole. The Mali situation was a priority, and Liberia going on a peacekeeping mission boosts the Liberian national security. That's one. Two, Liberia was not able to sustain her military in Mali. What they needed to do as a quick impact project to augment the strength and build the support of our military in the United Nations or among the United Nations troops was to put the hand to where Brandon Samuka was instructed. And now, there is nowhere under our law that says if a person uses a money that was instructed by our government and the successor government came in to make some part payment of that money, definitely the CDC-led government is under an obligation to even be sued. If Brandon Samuka is guilty, then the government of Liberia is also guilty because they will be guilty by association. 1, 2, the area and the crime of Brandon Samuka if we must hold all factor constant. The 10-over note, Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf told President Weah, and he acknowledged that it was aired that the government check in the budget, check in the first budget that they crafted. Check there. You will find it there. So why are people turning the blind eye? And now, our tradition was in existence before the coming of the settlers, before the coming of civilization. Those are the norms our people, were governed by. So if they want to fight our traditional people, well, I just ask God to intervene because I don't know what's going to happen. We don't even wish for that. We shouldn't pray for that. Let us be.
But with the order, with that kind of order, what a Grandmaster Finney gave you, with that kind of order.
But Ebi, listen, yes, a fact, right? All of those, President Weah need to be far-sighted. He need to be smart. He need to wake up from his slumber. They are treating President Weah like the late Samuel Doe. At the end of the day, he will be in that pain and agony. They will all be gone. And they will be saying, we told him, but he never listened. They said it to President Doe. They did it to Taylor. Where is Taylor today? Taylor alone in the Hague. All of those who took command and gave Taylor ill advice are all around the world and enjoying themselves. Taylor alone bearing the consequences. That's why in military they says whatever a unit does, the commander is here responsible.
Thank you.
So President Weah is going to be responsible for whatever action his team is doing. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We have another caller here, my friend Nathaniel Sa. Nathaniel Sa, go ahead. Nathaniel Sa, go ahead.
Thank you for bringing me on the show tonight. You know, the show very interesting to the extent I like people to call, to get fat. But I appreciate you giving the young man enough time to show his the kind of person he is. Baby, I'm from Lofa and I joined Power Society.
You from Lofa too?
From Lofa.
And you joined the Power Society?
For 2 years. I was in the bush in a Power Society.
Wow.
2 years. So when people call and they want to ask questions or they want to talk about Power Society, ask them whether they've been there. Then they can make their comment because that make it easy for you where they will be going. Okay? If they never been there, no need for you to waste your time with them. Because the people young men are left and say every part of Lofa, the rebel were there. Ask the men which country the bandit people were in during the war. Which country? The bandit people live in Lofa until the war finished. Ask General Faya.
The bandit people?
The bandit people, in fact, they said they have a society bush. They said they were in that society bush. Nobody could enter there. When you enter to that place, you lost. Most people today, most rebels will tell you, those that fight war, do your interview, those that fight war in Lofa. They will tell you, say, there are certain forest you enter in. You find yourself to different place, whether by the river, you even know where you're going again. You lost. Sometimes you can't talk. You can see things, but you can't talk. You can't. In fact, when you will see the thing, when you cross, you will see things. You will see people, but you can't say nothing. You will just be walking lost, like you dumb and you just walking. But you can see people, you can hear them, but you can't talk. You can't respond. With your whole gun, you're going. It happens so many places, and today. You see so many people in Liberia, young people, they just passing around crazy. You know what make them crazy? Some of them are not even on drugs. They just talk what they're not supposed to talk. The crash that follow many people, they need to go back for blessing. They need to go back for them to take shower in the society bush. It's not like most of them they passing around. They want to say things, but they can't say it because something hold them. But when people just talking about society, for me, I'm a Christian.
So you 100% supporting the Grandmaster?
Now, listen, 999 million times. If that what the Grandmaster told the superintendent in Lofa County, he say, when you may go to the bridge, the thing is, there's old man told the superintendent is the ass of the president. He said, if you fool man, go to the bridge. What the superintendent never go there? He representing the president. So when the people talking, just leave them alone. Just ask them whether they been there. Whether they been there.
But the Grandmaster gave the president, and in fact the Grandmaster gave Jesus like 4 days to report him immediately.
Hey, believe me today, Sansan Kaba will be there tomorrow. Mark my word. Even if not tomorrow, he not call and make arrangement. Look, the man know. Sansan Kaba not even society man that just ran. That man know. That man know. That man a rank he have, but he don't like the power he have, but he don't know what they call authority. The master, he don't know about Zoe people. He don't know like authority. So he respect the people. He know. And the people say that if he don't want to come, he should just say, "You come to my area." He will see all of them there. And the more frustration part about the thing, when the Grandmaster say they're going. It's not just the Liberian ongoing. You will see Liberian will come, Guinea will come. You will see the thing that's going to go for 2 days. It will go for month upon month. And you will not even know how the people will get there. Even you want them in the city, you will not know how to get in the city. That's the frustration part. And don't even make attempt to say they should attempt to go places. It think police not police. It think police were not there. Police were there. Police were there. They went there. The people say, "We don't need your. We not need your help." The people the first day, in fact, when our reporter go there, they say we're not performing. We're doing our sacrifice today. He said today is our sacrifice. The first day that people did sacrifice from in the morning to in the evening. They say the reason we're making this sacrifice, if the government want to share blood, it will not happen on the ground. Foreign day before the journalists start going underground. But the first day they said no journalists, nothing, they were doing their sacrifice. So when people call, they be talking about devil, they just hear the word devil, they never been there. If you live with the devil for 2 years, you're not seeing your mind, you're not seeing your power. You know what devil is. I'm not talking about the thing they're doing now. You go there for 2 weeks, 3 weeks because the government go there for 2 years.
And you went there for 2 years.
2 years, no man, no power. 2 years. You don't.
And you were eating with the devil and doing everything with the devil.
But I said 2 years. That one part leave it. 2 years. Ask the people.
Yeah.
If you know me,
you may.
Listen, 2 years. And I go in Lofa, maybe I go in December. I go in there. I go in there. You will see me with the devil. I go in there. I go into all of the places in Lofa where they have the highest devil. I can name all of the 15 devil, but their original name. I'm not talking about the one they call in devil grandmaster, but I'm talking about their plural name. I can name the plural name for each devil and each name that given to each person from the society bush. Anybody tell you they bend their tell them what is your society name? Every society name for plural society I know all. It's not yet Tamasafaya, but when it says Sese, Bonge, Kolo, Chami, all those names I can name all of them, Bonge, all of them. And Sese is the person that when the plural society open, they say Sese is the first person the devil can swallow. That means is the owner of that, the person who owned that society, that plural society, whoever funded that place is the person gave that first child. They call it Sisi. The second person they call them Bonke. They care Bonke is the third person. They care Sisi, and then the person you see those people that are beating the bell.
Yeah. So how do the people are called? The people that were beating the bell?
They are the police. The way they can call messenger. They are the messenger. They take the message to the. They are the only people that reach to the devil. They are the only people that can reach to the devil. If somebody die in that time,
then the person that were interpreting for the devil, how that person
they only the person can understand the devil language. Everybody that were there, they don't understand the devil language. It's special gift. It's so special. That's the part. The devil speak, the other person speak the Loma, and then the other person interpret English. So it's the language the devil speaking. Now only the Zoe can understand it, and the interpreter. And the interpreter, they call them Koloba. That Koloba means, if you hear somebody named Koloba, that means they come from the society background. Koloba means messenger. They are the people that take the message around. Those days when people die, they don't have letter, they don't have cell phone. These are the people that used to move from there. Even Guinea, Conakry, they go to take the message there. Even you want them in Ghana, they will go in Ghana, they do all the message, they come back. In that same day, you will see them, but you know how they reach, how they come.
Thank you.
They call them Koloba.
Nathaniel.
Yeah.
Thank you. You have just said it all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. We have another caller. Elizabeth Pakatia, go ahead.
Yeah,
yes. Good morning,
before that
I want for Elizabeth to finish, then we'll come to you.
Okay.
Good morning to everyone. My name is Elizabeth Colley, Sonny Colley from Paris, France. I call because my brother, I think from one mother, afraid to go join the Pro Society. Mr. NC, you want to go join the Pro Society? My brother asked me that my brother for 1 year. He asked me, oh, my man, 2 years. I said, my brother scared. 2 years too long for him. Let me check. Here's a joke about those who are having fun about the Pro Society. I'm a member of the Sunday Society. The Sunday Society bush was right close to the town, my man. But for somebody to go to find a place, I'm telling you, somebody, the Zoe woman or assistant got to carry you. You will be telling them run. You say, but wait, now they told me that there's Zoe preacher right here to the town, 2 minute walk. But you can't find it. Until they can carry you, my man, and they will carry you there, they carry you to the mountain, then you come down. You will take almost 2-3 hours before you can reach the Zoe bush. So some people can just be thinking they're right to the car road, so they will go and be looking for it. And they want to grab them, my man, they carry them in the bush. You're not coming by outside after 2-3 years. According to the Zoe woman, until you count, say, yes, when they grab his spine on them, they're feeding for you in the bush. So someone else will
and then the people are saying that the devil can swallow you. The devil can.
That ain't there because the what happens is that you don't know even who coming to grab you because they go in the bush and be looking. They won't find the place where the women can do their secret thing. When you know, my man, you know what happened. You can just see your eye blinding up, and you find inside you want plenty of Zoe women also naked. So they're standing down there speaking and praying to their God, my man. I said the Zoe people how to find it. Let me tell those who are thinking that where was the Zoe people and when the rebel king because the rebel could not even see the Zoe.
So in short, you support the Grandmaster.
I support the Grandmaster. I'm a member of the Sunday Society, my brother. I respect my culture. For those who don't respect that culture, who are not member, maybe they don't know the importance. I'm sorry for them. Those who are saying that today that is not had nothing to do with politics, they might ask during the 60s, during the title, when Elizabeth.
Our Mr. say agree. Our Mr. say agree on when it comes to the agree.
We'll carry my brother there. We'll carry my brother.
Okay,
2 years. Thank you.
Thank you. Pastor Charles, I could go ahead.
Thank you, Abraham. I want us to look at Matthew. He spoke about the house that go against itself will not fall. I'll start off with that. You see, when God is about to deliver his people, he can use anything and anybody. Listen, I do not believe in Zoe or whatsoever Grandmaster, but listen, I believe in God. Zoedowah is a demon. He is satanic. So, it needs another force. Like the same force he had or maybe more than his force to tell him the land called Liberia does not belong to you. Zoedowah government will fall. Go up and come down. Since I was born, in my life, I'm 52 years of age. I never heard in my life that a government stood against a Zoe or whatsoever. I never saw it was a Zoe going to challenge a government. But you know what? The house that go against itself will not survive. Zoedowah government will not survive. And the children of Liberia will be liberated. He can go to all the other regions. He can go under the ground. He can dig and hide himself. Zoedowah government will not last till 2023. Believe it. Let me challenge God. Because it's force of force. My brother, God does not need nobody to rescue the children. He can use anybody. He does not need a specific person. He can use anything. When Moses went to the children of Israel, still decided to perform. He called all his bad people to perform. When Moses put his foot down.
So Pastor Charles, you support the Grandmaster?
I'm not a person, I'll say it again, I don't believe in it. What I believe is the Bible. But if the Grandmaster would be the means to deliver the children of Israel, the children of Liberia, under the hands of the wicked Pharaoh called George Weah and his follower, it will happen. And when it happens, that is God's will. If God will never exist, when it's going to be that day. But maybe it is true when it's some situation, Liberians going to learn that there is a God. Because force going to go against four, and Liberia will be liberated, they will be protected, nothing will happen. That devil going against devil. So what are devil? So what's the difference here? So we believe in God. So what's the difference?
Thank you.
The devil going against devil. So the children of Israel will survive.
Thank you. Thank you, Pastor Charles Sako. Thank you. Yeah, my friend and brother, you wanted to say something.
I wanted to say something. You know, many of our people, you know, asking the crazy question, where were the devils during the war, the 14-year, blah, blah, blah. I'm a typical Ghanaian from Kolahun district. Let me tell you something. There's a town in Kolahun district they call Gondolahun.
Gondolahun.
You're taking today, Gondolahun. And I'm going to spell it for you. There where Mamadi Kogra comes from. Mamadi Kogra is currently in Ghana's very guy, whole township. You go asking, he will tell you. There's a man that arrested and disarmed by himself over 2,500 rebels. Charles Taylor, Unimbo, whatever you name it. I'm not killing. I'm telling you. I was born and raised in Lofa County until 1997 before I came to Monrovia. We were there. When the rebel passed, we passed. There's another town they call Mowensu. My brother lived there today. They're going that forward. They can't step there. They were there. All they needed was salt and chicken soup. And the Lofa people get their own chicken soup. They get so they're good. Or if I don't talk about it, they get their own food. Okay? In the Loma area too. My big brother was superintendent for 6 years. I don't want to call his name. Some people don't like it. He told us, the family, there are places that he went, they got to get easy to sit down. The 14 years war that God fought. There are places the rebels go there. Somebody challenged the traditional people. In the Zozo area, they, according to him, they carry helicopter they could not land. They hang it in the air. We're not trying to magnify anything here, but let me tell you something. Right here in America where we live, the people believe in witchcraft activity. And they make it broad. It might be refined more than our own, but we cannot let go of our tradition. Jewa Pastor, I could say, and the other guy said, you know, we have not seen any government that will send police to traditional people. You're going to arrest them? Let's see it. If you want to know where were the devils, you need to go to the bridge and go ask them. They will tell you where they were. If they did not exist, then they're not supposed to show up today. Okay? If you want to know whether they're politicians, they're not politicians, they tend to Supreme Court, they're not tend to Supreme Court, go and ask them. They're right there. They're right there at Simple Bridge. But we live in Lofa County. We didn't go anywhere. There's another town they call Lehuma. There where the massacre took place during the rebel, I think, law war. You go ask the people. Okay? So even the Udimbo K, Udimbo J, the Chancellor Rebel, all of them know Lofa County. They know the place.
Okay.
There are certain places they went, certain places they couldn't go there. Mama the Kogra living in Ghanansville.
Okay.
I said they say he had his own jungle with him. This is an old man that will take all his gun and your take knife from anywhere and chopping. He can't even go through. He tells you, are with the women, are with the men, are in the day, are in the dark. Mama the Kogra.
Okay.
We have
Samuel here on the line. Samuel, go ahead.
Eddie, you know, unfortunately, Liberia, we have all turned to Christian and they have demonized this culture of ours, and we see it to be a very big bad thing. In Melbourne here, they got university for which, ask anybody that lives in Melbourne, the rating on it clear. University for which they got it in Melbourne.
University for
which?
You
see, I'm being serious. In Melbourne, ask anybody that living in Australia, in Melbourne, they got the university there for which. You will see it there clear, the rating on it. You see, we destroy ourselves. I said this before me. If I had an opportunity for authority in Liberia, I would bring back the Southern and the poor society in full flesh. There are just few things I would take off. The mutilation of human parts. Maybe the Sunny and the Poor Society, it is good for Liberia. It taught our parents what it means to be a father, what it means to be a mother, what it means to be a decent person in the society. I was speaking to here, my papa John, my late grandfather. His own name was Yengi said.
Yang Peter?
He joined both. He joined all. He joined all the society and his music. That old man, Eddie. Yeah, you don't want to come and get your history on Facebook, my brother. We'll talk behind the scene.
Thank you.
But this old man I'm telling you about before you go die, my brother, there's a lot. The people that say the devil not get power, those that were in Liberia for the war, during World War III, World War I, when left folks say come in, let it ask those that were there. What the first thing they used to see before left folks say attack Monrovia, that honeybees. They dare say, I defeat Charter, you think that gun, I only gun defeated Charter. You think that only gun defeated Charter. The guy that saw was asking questions about the military. He not even go to military school. We not even go to military school. We know that no one defied the commander-in-chief. If we are new that the people were protesting before even that protest, why we are admitted to paying that money when you're not even in office? You see, this is why I say some people not get brain. We are agreed and admitted to pay this money before even that protest. So that the one question I wanted you to ask that guy, let's forget about the protest that the people were protesting about maintenance. Why is it President we are before even he could take the office of the presidency? Why he agreed and admitted on national radio that he will pay that money? Why convince his decision? But you see, sedition, they have blocked their brain with stupidity. They have blocked their brain with sycophancy. So they don't see the thing they call common sense. Maybe they think they got talking. They feel down. What happened in Bon Country? Any arrests or church people and in the poor society? Why the government not send the police to go free them? Why the government not send the police? They can't send them and they don't know what they're doing. Maybe. I was born at the first time I see they will call for press conference. My brother, the heat in the kitchen. The heat is in the kitchen. The heat. That's why one of the chiefs said, if anybody call themselves men, they shouldn't say and ask questions. They must go to the bridge and meet them there and ask them questions. All the people that are making more, they must not fool the devil, they must not do. We won't contribute money and pay some other way for them to go to that bridge because some need to die for Liberia to be free.
Thank you,
my They tell us we are not get sense. They tell us how you call it not get sense. Let it go there. Let me tell you, AB.
But the people, they put there, the superintendent. They say if he may, then you go on the bridge. If he may, he show.
God at all, the day the people shut down the bridge, there was a guy that called on Costa show. The guy said he's a chief. So Costa asked him, but why aren't you talking to your people? He said, my brother, they get chief in chief. He said, my level, if I go to that bridge at different things, I can't even go near it. On the Costa show, those that were listening, they will tell you. He said they got chief in chief. But the thing that guy was talking about the Sunday Bull, there's a guy was living in Lofian they call Eric. I'm sure you see the serving today in Liberia, who were born and grew up in Lofian with Armstrong. I know Armstrong to my fingertip, I know your whole family. Armstrong was fighting with Chucky. Armstrong joined the ERU, joined the ATU, now Armstrong fought with Taylor. And why the government need to take Armstrong off the street because Armstrong could be a very serious hazard. As I speak now, Armstrong is the 7 people in Lofian. I was born and raised in Lofian. So the whole bourgeois island is my territory. I know that place to my fingertip. There's a guy in Lofian they call Eric. Those that know him, I think he died last year or a year or two. He used to be big in the wheelchair. He used to be down Lynn Street with wild face. You know, I put a guy in permanent wheelchair. The person that asked me a question about the zoo bush. There were 3 of them that went in the zoo bush to go test the women there to rape them. They gave them free punishment. They did not succeed. But they said the first they push, I know the call that they are getting, I don't forget the name. They push it. That Bani guy they got talking about. They said one person will go blind forever, one person will die, and one person will sit down forever. That's Sonny that erect a pot. Baby, this guy, he sat down until he died. For that day, he left that bush. They threw them outside. They only crossed the first curtain. I would discuss the poor and then threw them out. Ask anybody that lives in Lokitan, they will tell you. And the men that used to see Chancellor overcoming, you will stay on the road, call Chancellor man, right for you, and they will open the door and give him money. Ask anybody that lives in Lokitan, I know you, they will tell you. fat in a wheelchair with round face. That the story behind Ira being in a wheelchair. I'm telling you so. That's the story being that put Ira in a wheelchair. So the people that are condemning the Zoe Bush, they don't even know what they're talking about. The war that happened, Jack the Rebel that was Bunny guy. You know what made Jack the Rebel die? When you disrespect the people that gave you the power. We're not dignifying them. But these things, they exist. Even the Bible tells you to be a one of them, they exist. Let me tell you, the war fought. There were people that died. Oh, my brother, there were certain places, even the rebel will tell you, they cannot go there. They cannot go there, and they did not go there. Okay. If they would have gone there, something else would have happened. There was a guy on Bourgeois Island. Those that were there during the World War I stuff. I think he was an Israeli guy or something, or Arab guy. He was on reconnaissance for Taylor. That guy, Eddie, the Maserati compound that you hear the kid President Thomas song today. I'm telling you some deep secret because some of these fools that they never lived in La Brother had eaten fried chicken from the day they were born here. They don't know. They haven't seen these things. So we that have seen them, we need to tell some of them so they can know that God working, devil working. That guy used to wear all white and walk while bullets flying, everybody indoor, and he used to do it when there is an attack. So people can't take notice. When law enforcement caught that guy, bullet couldn't kill him. Gun couldn't kill him. Beating couldn't kill him. Now they kill that guy. They tie his legs, they tie it on another pickup, they tie his both hands, tie it on another pickup, and they use some other means to hijack him and how they got rid of him. The people that say they were not working, let them ask how they take Jack the Rebel.
Thank you.
Ask how they take Jack the Rebel. So some of these guys on Facebook, the thing they don't know, they should shut their mouth. We have seen things, Eddie. The things that some of us have seen is bigger than our age. The things that we have seen. If down there Christianity been my brother, if down there God been for our aim, tomorrow will tell our grandparents and I go what did not do. My brother, you cry for yourself. So the food I say, where was the devil? I can show him one time now in Lofa, my village town in Lofa, Konosu. Let him go in Konosu when he man. There's a place in Konosu I will show him when he come back as a normal human being. I will sign a written document in the court when he come as a normal human being. That more he making over there. I will take all my property over to him.
Thank you.
Some of these fools, they need to know. They need to know what they don't know.
Thank you. Well, folks, my co-host, you know, we have been caught with time. So clearly drove us through your closing statement. And, you know, my follower that's saying tonight, they say, all right, let's take Nathaniel and then we'll come, we'll close. Yeah, let's take Nathaniel. Let me get this thing ready. Yeah, Nathaniel, go ahead. You're having 1 minute.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, hello. Yeah, sorry. I just wanted to clarify something. I want you to please have a show because I know out of 20 pastors in Liberia, maybe 15 pastors from the Society Bush. Have they ever stand in a church to tell the people what happened in the Society Bush? That's the question I want you to ask. Maybe someday on your show. Please, why these pastors can never expose the secret? They can only preach.
Because I believe that in an attempt for them to do that, they will not live.
But they still worshiping God. They say it's not good. But why can't they expose the secret to the member? If they know God, their God is so powerful, then with the society. Because I know out of 20 pastors, out of 50 pastors, 30 pastors in the Society Bush, if they know that la thing, let them stand in the church and say everything.
But I just said to you, I believe when they say A, they will not live to see the next day.
Okay, I agree with you. That's a good one. Exactly so. So that's exactly you're talking about. But the people in the church, you know, sometimes I say our people, the reason I make many people living today, AB, is because the people convene their own children. The way the Christian can go, they damage the people. River, they damage the people bush. It is so people can use the same power to go damage church. Physically, how Liberia going to be? But you know, these people can be so patient until you know their strength. And another thing I want to tell the people, the whole thing is good. You bring it on tonight and almost 500 people watching. Thank God, 500 people watching and 500 will take the message around. That means over 10 to 20,000 will get the message from now to tomorrow. Anybody want to go to the Zoe bush? The road is open. The simple bridge is open. Then go out. The devil said they're there from now to December 14th. Then there. Go ask the people. I want to see the 14th devil. The people lying about.
Thank you.
The devil said they're there.
Thank
you. Know. So and regarding the war, it be where warfare in this, like in Africa, you see people die equal to what the people that die in Liberia. Where have you seen people dying? Rebel, Yurimo, both sides, yet dying. And you say, where were the people?
Thank you, Nathana. Thank you. Okay. All right. Okay. My listening audience, the people are saying that Hawa Meza, please leave me here. Our Meza, please leave me. Yeah, I'm not a society man, and I cannot discuss society thing. I'm begging you, that one part is older than me. The society issue is older than me. So that one part my mother cannot go there. I can only ask my questions. So yeah, my brother.
Yeah, our people say you can only see, I have not seen it, but you can't say it can't happen. So I think the show was a good show tonight. And those who got doubt about the strength of our tradition as people, as country, let them go to Simple Bridge and go ask questions and find out where the devil was doing the work. But the funny thing of our country is that even President George, we are respecting. He knows it. Because we were born and live in Lofa County for over 13, 14 years before I came to, in fact, 17 years before I came to Morovia. I don't know what they're talking about. Ome Kogra living in Ghana, they go asking. Kakrakbodo, the lake Kakrakbodo. In fact, there are people who were born in Kulahun district. They don't even know how the new Koba came about. Sometimes we don't want to say everything on Facebook, Ome Tamba. Ome calling them. Go ask them. Kolba City. Alright? Calling Tamba. But all the things that we can say, if I call the banning name for the devil, they call it, I don't want to call it, let me leave it like that. I'm giving it everything. Alright? Some of our brothers that went there 2 years, 3 years, some of them went there 6 months. Let me just tell you now, for free. But we just leave it as it is. All we're telling the government, don't inflict injury on yourself. You are propagating this issue about Satana, set up the committee today, officially announced the committee, but you are creating more harm for yourself. And when we say it, then we are the bad guys. We are the enemy of the state. No, we are not the enemy of the state. Excuse me. The government is the enemy of itself.
Not to cut you off, they are talking about Bar Santana. Then the citizens of Lofa, are not satisfied. Then the Lofians, then there are also that are diaspora Liberians. Then they are expecting them for them to come back home. Then they are expecting for the Koluba, for the Yakwauro to go back home.
Go back home. But you see, this is what I said. One of the socialist political scientists talk about it. Our society refused to go back to history. This is the same thing that happened during Samuel Doe regime when the Nimbalians fell disenchanted and they felt chased by the government that's supposed to protect them, when they felt disconnected from the entire country, when their citizens were being chased out, when their children were being killed and placed in a war, that led to the sociological and psychological motivation to join the MPFL voluntarily without anybody telling them what to do. If for any reason a group of people, precisely from Lofa County, decided not to vote for Joshua and Lofians are not part of the government, and Lofa cannot be represented because of that, and Joshua is not president for all Liberians, he is president for 14 counties instead of 15 counties, let it be. But guess what? We go back to Newton's law of motion. Every action there's an equal and opposite reactions. Whatever you do, so shall you reap. Even the Bible talk about it. No sin go unpunished. Okay? The only way people can forgive you, you have to repent. And that repentance is about regret. When we look at the real election result, just where did not win elections. Those people that believe in sport analogy, when two teams play 90 minutes game, 15 minutes is given. There is no winner, and there must be a winner. There's a 5-5 penalty. Okay? When two teams go to play 5-5 penalty, one person got to win. This is all about runoff. We go to a runoff, Joey get 14 county is like, he's the most popular guy. Let him prove all wrong by winning election landslide 2023 by himself. Don't go to runoff, don't go to no rerun whatsoever you call it. When you go to runoff elections, that's a compromise like the 5-5 penalty game. It is not that you are stronger than your opponent. It's just that somebody must win, my people. So all what we're doing here is to give out the information. You can digest it, you can say whatever you want to say. The issue of our country needs to be better than it is. Thank God technology is making us to know almost everything right now. But we, those of us that join the Polar Society, we're not going to give it to you. We will give you the peripherals, the one on the surface. We will not give you all because it is sacred and must remain sacred. That's our culture, that's our tradition, and that's our value.
For me to,
thank you very much.
In order for me to know about it, that means I need to join the Polar Society.
You have to join. It's like the Masande. If you don't join the Masande people, you will never go to their study class. You will not know nothing. Everything will be on the surface. And that's why they tell you, when you join the Masande, I refuse to do, my brother, you will never say it in public. Those church people, those pastors, let them say it. And the girl, my pastor, then. Let them say what they saw in that Polar Society. They know what will happen to them. Let them say it.
Thank you. I would like to come to the very, very end of the magnificent Abraka Talk Show. Be my guest tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow night at 9 o'clock p.m. What must we do? Want to say goodbye for now. I would like to do it here. That's how I would like to do it here. Good night. Good night to every one of you. Bye-bye for now.